Good morning, everybody. Auronnj Jayy here with another War of the Visions video, and today I'm bringing you episode number 1 of my new show called Only the Bonus. Why is it called Only the Bonus? Well, let me explain. Rule 1 of Only the Bonus is the only UR unit I'm allowed to use is the current bonus unit in the arena. So for this coming up week, that's going to be Duane. So Duane will be in all of my groups. However, his partners, number 2 and number 3 in the group, are going to be MR or less than MR rarity units. For this week, we have Nasha and Fina, 2 units who really don't get a lot of airtime, on YouTube channels or streams or anything like that. So we're going to feature them in this video. The other rule of Only the Bonus is I'm not allowed to use any UR vision cards. We're going to take full advantage of the really good MR and less than MR vision cards that exist. There are a lot of shows, there's a lot of YouTube videos, there's a lot of streams that highlight the power of UR comps, that highlight the power of UR vision cards. And your goal, one of your goals in this game should be to get those things. But this is a show that's going to show you, the viewer, that you can make use of your whole roster. They're all usable. Winning in this game is about picking matchups and building for matchups a lot more than it's about having just overpowered team comps that steamroll everything. So let's jump into the show, let's look at our team in detail, and let's hit the arena. Okay, we're about ready to jump into our first fight, but real quick, let's look at what kind of gear and vision cards we chose to outfit our people with. So here you see Nasha, Fina, Duane set up like this because Nasha is our slowest unit and I want Duane to run across and buff her before the fight gets started. What kind of stuff is Nasha wearing? Well, all tank, all slash defense. I want her soaking damage. I want her using the hate from Vow, which is our first MR card, plus the AP up from Dario's TMR to go buff into Taunting Blade. I need her second turn to be a Taunting Blade for this team to be successful. Fina is running Siren for a lot of AP, and she's running Secret Orders to boost her own agility, right here, agility up 10, and boost the slash attack up of the group. Secret Orders, another really good MR vision card. Duane is going to be my main source of damage and also kind of a bruiser. I expect him to be very close to Nasha in this because she's so slow and he's going to have to work his way around her. So I gave him a golden armor to kind of be tanky, and Igaion for his Esper to be bruisery but still do a lot of damage. His vision card is going to be Iron Giant, which gives him more slash attack up and gives the group slash attack resist up. That slash attack resist is really nice for our girl Nasha right here, who we're highlighting, who you can see is slow but has a lot of HP, a lot of defense, and most importantly is running with 63% slash resistance in this group. It's really good. So one trick in Arena is finding opponents that fit your style. We are going to be looking for slash teams to fight. There's Fina real quick. You can see that 88 agility. She's fast, especially with heals, Siren, and that. This is fast Fina, and she's going to be buffing the group and healing. All right, let's head into a fight. Here we go. Now, right now, we're in about the 4,700 range of Arena. We're going to go up quick if we're winning, just because we have the bonus unit and all that. But here we go. Slash attack team against our slash defense. Let's see how we do. All right, fight starts off with Laswell buffing himself. Fina already getting to go. You can see that for an MR unit, you can make her very fast. Duane does exactly what we want him to do. There's Cheer. That's a highlight of Fina. Cheer is an incredibly good buff. Like, it's very good. Okay, Immortal Spirit from Nasha, and she moves up. Awesome. Fina charging another Cheer. Look at that. Faith up, Protect up, Attack, and Magic up. Ooh, what a buff. Here's Bells from Duane. He's going to try and just, like I said, pop off, be our carry. Ooh, 543 damage on Nasha. So you can see she's capable of being an effective tank. Shadow Link's going to walk up. Shadow Link is going to jump on Nasha for 900 damage. We're not worried about that. There's a Taunting Blade. Hate up for Nasha. Great. Duane destroys Shadow Links with just a basic attack. That's cool. And then catches Cheer from Fina. So we are set up. Monk, Cecil there, the meme counter to Duane that's going around like Reddit and YouTube right now. You could see it wasn't like super effective or whatever. Okay, anyway. There's Laswell's Limit Break on Duane. Duane Magic Infuse on Cecil. Awesome. Fina. Okay, here's what we brought Fina for. Healing. Ooh, look at that. She's effective. Is she Ayaka? No. Is she Little Leela? No. Was she able to heal our team? Absolutely she was. You can see Nasha's kind of sad damage, but Fina clutches it with the, with the kill from her auto attack, so that's cool. Okay, Nasha being a tank. Awesome. And then there's Magic Infuse to kill Laswell, win the fight, and boom, we gained about 1,000 rank points because we were using the bonus unit and run a little bit of a winning streak. So now, we're going to jump right back into the mix and we're going to look for another slash attack team to fight. A part of this series, a big part of the series that I want to highlight is team selection and how important that is for Arena. We jumped 1,000 rank to 3489. Now, we still need to find a slashing based attack team for our tank and for our bruiser to be effective. So let's see what we have here. This person, this is evasion, so we're going to avoid that because we're not running accuracy or anything. Okay, here we go. A slash attack team with Mont, Orlandu, and Little Leela backing them up with heals. So how does our squad do against this? They, right off the bat, you can see they have more speed than we do. Orlandu and Little Leela are notoriously fast characters, but our group is very controlled. Because of the speed we have set up here, every one of our fights is going to start exactly like how it just started. That's going to be our first 3 turns, I think almost no matter what. Fina is doing a great job of staying in the back. We don't want her getting hit by anything. That's just bad news bears for us if Fina starts taking damage. One thing that I'm a little concerned with early is Little Leela's doesn't have anybody to heal yet. So that could be bad news. There we go. We got Mont low enough that Leela won't start nuking us. We don't have any magic resist on this team. We don't want to be getting nuked. We want Leela doing exactly that. Not one-shotting our tank with her, overpowered AoE abilities. Cool. There's launch. We finish off the enemy tank. Fina buffs our DPS. Awesome. Fina has been performing very, very well in this group. One thing that went kind of sideways here, and this is something we're going to correct after this fight, is because Nasha was in range to do Blade Bash, and Blade Bash does more damage, she did not Taunting Blade for her second move. That got aggro moved onto Duane, and that could be problems, except Fina's really good and has full life. So Duane's back up, he's back in the game, and he has 78 AP, which is more than enough to get him right back into the fight killing people. Another Blade Bash from Nasha. Here's a Cure from Fina. Great. And then she's gone to DPS mode. She's run out of TP. Okay, this is a weakness of Fina. She doesn't have a ton of TP, which means at this point, she's basically an auto attack bot because we're not running any attacks on her because we wanted to prioritize her healing. So, can our squad here, with our only DPS dead, pull this off? Yes, we can! Barely! So, what happened here that made this so close? Well, it was Nasha's turn 2. We needed her casting Taunting Blade instead of Blade Bash. We're going to fix that before the next fight because we're climbing in those rankings, and the higher we get, we can just assume that the people we're against are going to be stronger and stronger. Alright, we're going to jump into our party formation here. We're going to go to Nasha. We're going to open up her paladin job, straight to Blade Bash, and straight to off. It was only level 1 anyway. It's not one of the skills we wanted her to use. That was just a mess up on my part, leaving it on. But we're going to overcome that right now and go right back into finding a team. Ooh, first one is a Duane team. Is this something we want to fight? It is not. We do not want to fight piercing damage with our squad, so we're going to pass on that one. Remember, a huge part of Arena is picking an opponent. Here's a slash damage team, mostly, but it has Ildira. The question we'd have to ask ourselves here is, can we do enough damage to their front line to put Ildira into healing mode and keep her from nuking our team down? I don't know. This one's a little iffy. They also have some evasion in there. I'm not feeling great about that pick. Let's look at Iron. 2 calculators in Duane. Staying away from that. Here's a comp with Cecil in it. A lot of magic damage here. And this account doesn't look like it's in a great place. I feel like we're stronger than this account by too much for it to be a good representation of our squad. Let's check this one out. Mixed damage team. We're going to dodge that. We might end up having being forced into a situation where we have to fight some mixed damage, which would be fine if that's what happens. Sometimes you just... Oh wait, here we go. Here's 2 tanks, or a tank and 2 slash DPS. Everybody on this squad is level 89, but this account is in a pretty good place. They're running a UR vision card, they have bells, they have Ramza's vision card, which if this is leveled up, they wailed at some point in this game. So let's give this squad a try and see how we do. Okay, we're into the fight. Their Duane buffs their whole team. That looks really familiar because our Duane about to do the same thing. They're really stacking buffs early. This team is going to be a lot of damage. This will be a very good test to see if Nasha can actually handle this much just focused slashing damage on her. I have some questions. I'm a little scared of this fight, and these aren't pre-recorded. We're doing this live. We're going to do this experiment the truest form we can and see if our team picking is actually good enough to overcome, the deficit in rarity all the time. Love the hate down buff from Fina. If she gets touched by any people on this team, she's going to be in trouble. Okay, early results looking good. 840 damage, we can live with that. And then the big taunting blade and a magic infuse, we're starting to chew through their tank already, and I'm liking that. Holy bravery, not doing a lot. They're going to build up a chain, which might be a problem, and this is going to be a 2-hit chain right here. I have this turned off for my Duane because the damage just wasn't impressive to me, but the healing was very good there and brought him back to full health. Here we go. Ooh, that chain got really big, but it was not enough to cut through us. And now we counterattack and get the heals coming in over the top. So here's Curaga. Nasha looking pretty healthy again. We're a little grouped up here, and Nasha catches the disable. Not a huge fan of that. And then Fina walks forward and dies to AoE. So now it's the Duane Nasha show. So Nasha still has aggro even though she was disabled, which ends up being really important. Uh-oh, though. Duane finishes Nasha. Okay. Our Duane gets him with launch and clutches it at the last second to keep the winning streak alive in what was a really exciting arena fight. Okay. 1 fight left for the day, and if we win this fight, we might break into the top 1,000 of Arena. But we don't know if we'll win or not. I scouted it out a little bit already. I wanted to find what I call the standard team. A tank, a healer, and a DPS. So here we go. This is the old tried and true standard team, and they're actually running some slash resistance. So I suspect we might have a tough time cutting through their tank. But we're going to jump in there. We're performing great to this point. Let's see if we can keep it up. The enemy Ayaka is the fastest person in the game, so that's pretty interesting. And then our Fina is the second fastest person in the game. So quick healers in action today. Fina kind of had a blunder in that last fight. Had she not walked up into AoE range and gotten one shot, we would have won that last fight very cleanly. But you have to count on the AI doing some questionable is the word I'll use, things sometimes. So Fina doing her buffs, enemy team doing their buffs, and we're just going about our business. Bells on Duane has been really important for us so far because he was able to do attacks from range, not have to worry about walking up and doing autos, and he was able to clean up the last fight because he had so much AP. A big part of that is we didn't turn his limit break on. The enemy in the last fight had their limit break on, and their Duane was just drained of AP by the end of the fight. So that's been a big difference and pretty important. Okay, we get a disable on Warrior of Light, liking that. We get the buff on our Duane, good. Here's Ayaka's limit break. So, because we were able to catch Auronnj in some AoE damage, she's not even using this on the tank. I still suspect that we're going to have a problem chewing through Warrior of Light. Here's some AoE damage from their Auronnj. Let's see what kind of penalty, how much harm that does. It does a little bit. Not enough to get Fina into healing though, which is whatever. She'll be in healing mode now. We've officially taken a lot of damage. There's a magic infuse for good damage. I'm a little scared that this might be some kind of attack. Yeah, this is a holy from Ayaka. This might kill our Duane. Ooh, he lives. Barely. Just barely. Nasha also just barely alive. So Duane actually makes a good move to kind of fall back a little bit here. Let Nasha try and stay out there and catch some fights, or catch some hits for a while, because we do have Fina with some clutch heals. Ayaka not choosing to revive Warrior of Light here, instead was just in range to walk back and heal Auronnj. Our tank is surviving with exactly enough HP over and over again. Another Curaga, great. Okay, she walks up, auto attacks. You can see she doesn't have the AP to do another Taunting Blade yet, which is expected. Okay, here we go, more healing from Fina, good. I'm expecting a full life here from Ayaka. I'd be very surprised if she didn't at least go for one. Fina using Cure, using up the last of her TP. Here we go. Here's full life. Now she's targeting Auronnj with it. It hits, which is too bad. But he's just sitting there with no AP. He's going to be attacking Nasha. That's probably just whatever. He's almost dead, and we caught Ayaka casting haste. So can we chew through that last little bit of his HP? Doesn't matter. Fight ends in turns. We sustained through them and had all of our people left alive and a lot more HP, and we get the win, which jumps us up to about 1300th place in Arena. So, did we hit the top 1000? No, but we did successfully win all of our fights today with this comp by leaning into its strengths, using MR Vision cards to boost our slash resist, and finding good teams for us to fight. And that's really going to be what you're going to need to do in Arena if you're using a bunch of MR stuff. And we really leaned into the MR. The only UR thing was the bonus unit, and that's the whole point of the show. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you saw how effective Nasha and Fina can be. Maybe if you have them and they could fill a role on your squad, you'll think about building them now. And yeah, if you liked it, throw me a subscribe, hit that like button, and I will see everybody in the next video.